say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. It away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense takes the field. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the... They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Running back searching for a hole. It's a fumble. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And the Golden Gophers are on the move. Goes to the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Black. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. On the ground with the counter. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Golden Gophers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Play action. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's the pressure. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to bully their way for the first. There he goes. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16. The Huskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
That's caught. It's Lanier.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Rush is on him. On target to the left. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Golden Gophers decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Makes a catch at the 10. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
Off the play fake on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He toasts the coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Husker! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively,
wide open, he makes the catch. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds, marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety.
Makes the catch at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to it. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Minnesota! Fitted in the window for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. And the Huskers try trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Looking deep. Makes the grab deep. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's a reverse. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The running game has been slammed in reverse on the last 2 plays. Let's see what they've got on 3rd and 17. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. The defense putting points on the board.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Pocket breaking down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Makes the catch. It's Robinson.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fires to the big fella. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Oh, better look out! And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Snap it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an op. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on 1st down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. So now it's second and long. Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Got a man. It's Mills. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
We reach the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back. And
touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
Salt into room, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Houston is just getting blown off the field right now in H-Town, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 18 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. Powers through the defender. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. And the Golden Gophers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Finds a tight end. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give as they work on that clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.